The Zodiac War begins in the brand new anime series, Juuni Taisen, or Juuni Taisen. I'm not really sure how to pronounce this. What I will say is, this is a pretty awesome anime series with a completely batshit crazy premise, which basically takes the concept of the Chinese Zodiac, applies these animalistic traits to a group of people, and basically makes them go to war with each other in the most violent method possible. I can already see that this is going to be very popular for the cosplay scene, as every single major character in Juuni Taisen looks pretty freaking incredible, and I can't wait to learn more about all of them. And let's just talk about this premise right here, which, like I said, is just insane. In fact, I thought the first episode was genius in how they made it seem as if this one female character was actually going to be the main character of the show, and spoiler warning, by the end of the episode, she is brutally killed right before the viewer's eyes by what I'm guessing is going to be one of the most popular characters of the series, a very creepy psychopathic man who dresses up like a Playboy bunny. Basically, he looks like Deckham from Death Parade with glowing red eyes, super sharp teeth. He's wearing high heels, a giant bunny tail, and bunny ears. And he fights with freaking machetes. Just talking about this stuff out loud makes you realize how freaking insane this show is, but I'll be damned if it isn't a lot of fun. The first episode was a great showcase for how incredibly gory and over-the-top the series is going to be. Like I said, though, the actual story basically involves this massive city which has been completely cleansed of all people, and there are these 12 members of the Zodiac who come together, and they have to perform in this big ceremony which is known as the Juuni Taisen, which apparently is going to be some sort of weird big free-for-all battle where all of the contestants have to swallow this like poison diamond, which over the course of a couple hours will eventually kill them, and if someone can actually collect all of these diamonds, they're going to win, and they'll get anything that they could possibly wish. So that's the thing. They could actually potentially get out of this scenario by not killing each other. They could actually work together to compromise, to come up with some sort of situation, or use the winner's wish to actually bring everyone back. Who knows what sort of crazy wishes could be possible, considering that the guy who's actually running this entire thing, who has a name that I'm not even going to try and pronounce, apparently has some sort of magical skills. Now, aside from that, though, like I said, the first episode is basically just an introduction to the concept of the show, as well as to one of the main characters, and this one is the representation of the Zodiac of the Boar, and it's this creepy blonde chick who has spent her entire life being trained to be the ultimate assassin. In fact, her father competed in a previous Juuni Taisen and was actually a victor, although it looks like he lost an eye in the process, and her entire family is basically just devoted to becoming the best warriors they possibly can be, and to of course be completely ruthless so that when the Juuni Taisen does come, they can annihilate all of their opponents. And getting to go through this entire girl's backstory of being basically taught by a family of assassins is frankly disturbing on a lot of different levels. I mean, the actual visuals of the series pulls no punches. It's incredibly gory and over the top, and they waste no time in getting to all of the neck snapping and stabbing and shooting, and the animation that actually accompanies it is frankly gorgeous and amazing, like all of the time. This is a very slick looking production, and every single time you see the characters just getting into a fight, moving around, just the way they jump around objects and swing around them like they're freaking gymnasts, looks amazing and super crisp. It's damn near movie quality, to be perfectly honest, and it's one of the best reasons, I think, to probably check out this episode and probably the rest of the series. So they go through this entire girl's backstory, which is really heavy-handed and really freaky, where basically she thinks that she's going to be chosen to participate in the next Juuni Taisen, but her father ends up choosing her sister, who's also kind of insane. She has like this weird hobby where she likes to kill foxes and all of their cubs and children. I don't know. It's pretty messed up. They don't waste any time in letting you know that this series is going to be filled with a lot of really freaky details. But she holds a grudge against her younger sister so much that she basically spends her entire life transforming her into this post-traumatic stress disordered freakazoid who is obsessed with killing people, to the point where she eventually does end up taking her very own life, which of course means there is an opening for the next Juuni Taisen, and that's where this chick decides to come in. And they spend a lot of time with her throughout the entire episode, making it seem like she's going to be the main character. She's really over the top and very full of herself in terms of what her actual powers and abilities are, going up against all these crazy people. And she runs into everybody, the competition starts, and things immediately go awry. There's a big explosion and all the characters get separated, and some of them even meet with each other, which is going to lead to some conflict, and she ends up getting in a battle with one of the other members whose representation is the rabbit. So it's the rabbit versus the boar, and at first she really does seem like she has command of the battle, being able to protect everything that he's going to do, as well as even trying to bait him with some techniques. That is until eventually she does get caught off guard by one of his secret abilities, and she ends up getting killed right there, and it was at that moment right there that I became a fan of Juuni Taisen. I absolutely loved how they pulled the rug right from out under our feet, and they did it with one of the craziest characters that I have ever seen. Being able to just describe the actual character designs of each individual character, I could make an hour-long video about it, about how well thought out it is and how interesting it is. And I think a lot of the drama of this series is, of course, going to be the twists, the turns, and the motivations of each of these individual characters to either give up their own lives or to win in the process. It's going to be really fun, and if you're ready for some good over-the-top action with some really brutal storytelling, then this is the series for you. So what's the rundown on the very first episode of Juuni Taisen? This is one of the biggest surprises of this anime season. It's another one of those that I'm going completely blind into. My only knowledge of Juuni Taisen is that it's apparently based on a light novel series, which is all the freaking rage in Japan, apparently. I guess all the big new anime are based on light novels. No more manga stuff. It's all about the light novels. I still don't even know what a light novel is. That being said, you don't need to know what one is to actually enjoy this episode. You just have to love absurd storylines and incredible visuals, and this one certainly brings it to the table. There's a lot of great characters for people to get attached to. Everybody's going to have their favorite. I can't say that I have one quite yet. Of course, I'm inclined to believe that the rabbit is definitely going to be one of the most popular characters, simply just because of how unique and crazy and scary his actual design is. But I love the looks of all of them. They really do fit their animal tropes a little bit, and even one of them gets killed off screen just out of nowhere by the rabbit character, who claims, of course, he didn't do it, but look at his giant bloody covered machetes. He's definitely the one that did it. And what's also really unique, of course, is that he has some sort of weird supernatural ability to apparently control dead bodies. He's not a necromancer, he's what he calls a necromantist. Yeah, it's weird. It's in the details, apparently, for this show, and there certainly are a lot of them. What more really can I say? It's the type of show that just assaults your senses, and it's just a lot of fun to watch. It's not really that deep while it tries to actually look like that on the surface. It's basically just good, old-fashioned, super gory, awesome action anime, and that's why you should check it out. But who knows? The series could certainly evolve into something else a little bit more down the line, and I can't wait really to see where it's going to be heading, if only to see what sort of crazy storylines these characters are going to be getting into, because if the first episode is any indication, there's probably not going to be a main character. It's probably just going to focus on which ones they want to look at each episode, and frankly, I'm okay with it. It's going to make it very episodic, and it's also going to make it that much more unpredictable, which is going to make it really great. What more can I say? Great first episode. It left a fantastic impression with some great animation and some really cool character designs. Let's wait to see what Juuni Taisen is going to bring to the anime table. I'm giving the first episode a 5 out of 5. Did any of you guys watch the very first episode of Juuni Taisen? Are you a fan of the light novel series? Or are you just now checking out the anime version? Did you like this episode? Did you not like this episode? What did you think of the overall premise, the animation, the characters? Do you have a favorite member of the Zodiacs? And what do you hope to see from the rest of Juuni Taisen? Thank you guys so much for watching this review. Make sure to subscribe to the channel for more anime reviews. There are a ton of them. And make sure to share this video with all of your friends. And give it a thumbs up if you like the video. I'll see you guys next time. And as always, stay dandy, baby.